You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. T Lee back home. T Lee back home. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm gonna be so good with this one, bro. I don't even need no background music. I don't need no background music. So, just a quick update of everything that's been going on. Um, since the last time we spoke, there's a lot that's been happening. And I don't care who it is, who you are, bro. I'm not a victim by any means, my nigga. But at the end of the day, what I do know and what I do see, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to report it. I'm going to report it. So, long story short, let me tell y'all how 2023 has been going so far. And it's a bunch of bullshit because I literally just walked away / left the job / I guess them niggas felt like they fired me, but really I quit on that hoe. But so mid-December, bro, I had police come. I think I made a video about it and I woo. But mid-December, police came while I was chilling in a public area, minding my business in my truck. They confiscated a vape pen or a vape cartridge from me. You know what I'm saying? I had vape cartridge in that hoe. Just like I got one here. I had a cartridge. They literally said, oh, well, that's THC. I said, no, it's not. I bought it out of a store right down the street. They said, well, we're going to take it for testing. I said, cool. Y'all can take it for testing. They said, give me your information. This and that. We'll be in contact if we need to be. I said, all right, that's fine. Then, y'all know the story how it went. Went, got a new car, got a Jag. A couple days before New Year's. A couple days after New Year's, got arrested on a pistol charge. They set my court date. So when I got arrested on a pistol charge, right? And the reason of this video, I'm updating everybody's timeline because I realized, bro, I'm not the only one in this shit. And I realized that I'll be helping people, whether it be the opposition, whether I help the opposition to keep them current and try to help them figure out what move they should make next to try to block and stop shit for people, or for the collective, you know what I'm saying? Letting them know, hey, this is what's going on. So if you're following me and if you're spiritual like I'm spiritual, you know what I'm saying? Like if you understand, then these are the things that you should be looking out for. You know what I'm talking about? But got arrested for the pistol charge. And when I talked to the county clerk, you know what I'm saying, gave her all my information, phone number, address, which I gave my mama's address because shit, I ain't got one, you know what I'm saying, homeless or whatever. And as soon as I told her how much I was making, I already knew. I was like, dang. Well, actually, I didn't know because I ain't never been caught up in the justice system like that. That was my first time. But as soon as I got in front of the judge was like, Timothy Lee Rogers Jr., I said, yeah, that's me. You been arrested on unlawful carrying of a weapon or firearm. Go shop for a lawyer. That shit wasn't even up for debate. I said, well, all right, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, all right. Now, my court date, my first appearance court date for that pistol charge was originally set on January 2nd. We had ice storms or whatever out here, so that got bumped to January 7th. So January 7th, and I don't know, I'm going to keep it funky for y'all, you know what I'm saying, that's out there that don't know nothing about the justice system. Don't ever get caught up in that, for one. And for two, you know what I'm saying, just as a fair warning, I don't have extensive knowledge of the justice system, but I'm going to share with y'all things that I've already figured out. So when I went to court on the 7th, when you go to court for your first appearance, they really just want to know, do you have representation or do you need representation? All right. And so before you even talk to the judge, which is a magistrative judge, meaning that this isn't a judge that is elected to be a judge, right? So they're not the judge that's presiding over your case or anything like that. However, before you even talk to them, you got to talk to the county. You got to talk to the clerk again. You know what I'm saying? And so as soon as I sat down with the clerk, She asked me the same questions that the clerk on the phone asked me at the jailhouse when I got arrested that night. He said, "Oh, what's your income?" I said, "Look, I'm gonna stop you right now. If you about to repeat everything I heard over the phone, I'm gonna tell you straight up. That arrest for the pistol resulted in me being fired from my job. So my whole status has changed." She said, "Okay, well, do you have any income?" "I ain't got no income." "How much do you spend a month?" I said, "What does that really matter? I ain't got no income. I need court. I'm here to tell the judge that I need court-appointed attorney." She like, "Okay." And then, judge gave me court-appointed attorney on the 7th. Gave me the information, all that. Ooh, well, went about my day. That was last week. I spent all of last week, every day, at least twice a day. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon. Calling her, reaching out, leaving a message, get back with me. I ain't hear nothing from her. Well, this past Saturday, I got arrested again. I literally ran out of gas, had to pull over, you know what I'm saying? Or was about to run out of gas, pulled over. Cops seen me, circled around, came through, tried to be nice. He said, "Hey, da-da-da-da." I said, "Yeah, no, I'm living out. I live out of this motherfucker." He said, "Oh, you got a gas can?" Well, he's like, "You got some food in there?" I said, "Yeah, I got some food, bro. I got some noodles, you know what I'm saying? I be eating on little noodles and shit. Pull up at a gas station, make my noodles, go about my business." He's like, okay. "You got a gas can?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a gas can." He said, "Well, I could take your gas can and fill it up for you." I said, "All right, that's cool." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Well, do you have enough gas to get to the gas station?" I was like, "Man, I don't think so. You know, I might have enough gas to turn this on and get a little bit, but I don't think I'm gonna make it to the gas station." Regardless, by the time they came back, niggas was like, "Hey, you got a warrant." I said, "I got a warrant? How I get a warrant?" I was like, ain't no way I got a warrant. I ain't even had no tickets. What are you talking about?" It was like, "Well, yeah, you got a controlled substance. You got charged for a controlled substance PG2 under a gram." I said, "What? How? When? I ain't getting no ticket. I ain't getting no car. I ain't getting no nothing in the mail. I ain't getting nothing about nothing. What are you talking about? I just went to court on this past Tuesday on the 7th. You know what I'm saying?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I see here. The judge signed the warrant on the 9th. Right then, I had my first epiphany. I said, "All right, well, that's what it is. That's the whole justice system. You got to pay to play." You know what I'm saying? They see you can't pay, they going to keep your ass in the motherfucking meat blender. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't give us your money some kind of way. You said you was making this good money with this one company for this long. Like, nigga, you got something. So, as soon as he said that, man, I'm like, how I get a warrant? I was like, where's this controlled substance? What are you talking about? He was like, "Oh, you remember the THC pen that we took from you?" I said, "Nah, y'all ain't never took no THC pen from me. Y'all took a pen that was Delta 8 and CBD." He was like, "Well, actually, it was Delta 9, and Delta 9 is illegal in the state of Texas." What? "Yeah, man, we just gonna have to take you in." I said, "So you mean to tell me that I got a warrant out for my arrest for consuming a product that I bought out of a store legally? That's like you telling me I can go on Walmart, you know what I'm saying, buy like, that's like you telling me I go on a Walmart, buy some ammo, and then you're gonna arrest me for having that ammo. That don't make sense to me." "Well, you know, sometimes it's sketchy. These smoke shops be selling sketchy stuff and this and that." I said, "Bro, whatever. Just take me in. Let's do it. Book them. Let's do it." "Yeah, man." He kept trying to apologize. Yeah, whatever, man. Yep. I accept your apology. Yep. Yep. Let's do it. It don't matter how many times you apologize. Man, I'm just doing my job. We'll take you down real quick. You know, you'll be out in a couple hours, this and that, da da da. I said, "All right, look, man, let's just do it. I don't even have nothing to say." You know what I'm talking about? And so The thing with me is I just kind of already had a couple wheels turning in my head. So I'm like, that's crazy. Because in all reality, if I would have came to y'all on the 7th and been like, yeah, I have my own legal representation, showing y'all that I have my own lawyers, showing y'all that I have my own money, the judge probably wouldn't have signed that warrant. But the fact that I got to tell y'all, come in there and say, hey, y'all, since y'all arrested me, my life been fucked up, and I got to rely on y'all to represent me in court. Oh, cool. Let's just throw another charge on this nigga. Like, in my head, you can't tell me that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, when I got the pistol charge, misdemeanor, then it's class A misdemeanor, I had to bond out for $1,000. But this past time when I went to jail on this felony for this controlled substance PG2 under a gram, as soon as I talked to the, matter of fact, I didn't even get to talk to the judge directly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was 3 of us in the room. The first dude, he bonded out. Judge says bond $2,500. He stepped out, and then it was me and this other white dude with dreads. And she was like, so and so and so and so, I'm gonna talk to y'all together. He was like, cool. I'm gonna release both of y'all on a PR bond. Do you swear that you'll show up to court and this and that? Yeah. In my head, I'm like, that's crazy. That is crazy. Y'all made me pay to get out on a misdemeanor, but you gonna release me on a felony. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? However, I had like low-key found a job, right? In between my 2 arrests. So I found a little job. Now, the drama with this job, to me, it was just like the last company. It was just like the last company, you know what I'm saying? When I first get there, I'm told pretty much Joe is over me. I'm like, fuck, I gotta deal with Joe again. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole goddamn life I've been dealing with Joe. I'm tired of dealing with a Joe. I don't really care for a Joe no more. You know what I'm saying? Cause all Joe do when he come around me, he wanna show me that he above me, and I ain't with that shit. I'm not with it. I don't care how much, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? And so the next dude that was in charge, nigga named Antoine. Now, when I first meet Joe and Blue, cause y'all know me, y'all know I'm very aware, and I take all factors into consideration. So first time I meet Joe and Blue. First time I meet Antoine and Black. So all right, that's cool. I'm putting shit together. I'm putting people and faces and names and things together. So first thing, me and Antoine talk. You see that I'm not a greenie, what people call greenie, meaning that like you're inexperienced, you don't know nothing, this and that. He got a greenie in his office. So a greenie named Dane, which there was a Dane in my last company too. So why you following me over here? Why we starting on the same day? Why we da-da-da? Why we trying to repeat? I don't want to repeat the cycle. Antoine, I got a cousin named Antoine. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying? There's one other Antoine that I know in my life, and that nigga dated one of my homeboys' older sisters named Brittany. Antoine was a Crip. Now, here I am, years removed. I got a homegirl named Brittany. Now, me and Brittany don't really we ain't really on that type of time, but at the same time, sometimes she hit me up occasionally. Hey, I cook, this and that. I'll fall through. Might get a little plate for dinner, get to wash my ass up, sleep on the couch type shit. I ain't got it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to be in this motherfucker. So I'm already leery. My ears alert when I hear Antoine at this new company. And though I personally haven't been getting gang stalked lately, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of shit tied to it. You know what I'm saying? Um, Hell, for instance, my sister's birthday was February 13th. My sister's birthday was night before last. I went to her motherfucking crib. That's my first time going over there in almost 2 years. Went, took her a present, sat outside talking to her and my brother-in-law. Shit, I wasn't there for 20 minutes before the cops rolled by. And now, if you think the cops can't gang stalk people, you're fucking crazy. But at the end of the day, let's move on. So, in all reality, first time I see Antoine, he dressed in black, all black, walking in his office, talking to him, playing all hip-hop, rap music, da-da-da, this and that. Cool. He had me fill out this little sheet. It's like pretty much sheet, like with different areas of shit that we do. You know what I'm saying? So he like, I need you to fill this out. And then he's like, my job is to teach you, to help you. And whatever you feel like you're not good at, my job is to make sure that you improve in that area, you know, by the next time we sit down and have a meeting, da-da-da, month or two. I was like, all right, that's fine. So I'm looking at the sheet. I'm like, all right, because it's a rate 1 to 5. So it'd be like your attendance, 1 to 5. Your experience with Mountain TVs, 1 to 5. Your experience with cabling, 1 to 5. Your experience with being on time, 1 to 5. Your experience with this. So a lot of my shit was 5s and 4s. Now I had like 3. I put down 3 on like maybe 2 or 3 options because it was a sheet that's front and back. And so with that being said, he like, how can I put it? With that being said, I can already tell. It was like, man, honestly, it's like automatically almost a pissing match. But it's like, bro, I'm not here to take your job. I'm not here to do nothing like that, nigga. I'm just here being me. I'm telling you that, nigga, I know my shit. Like, I know what to do. It's like, cool. So, my first day, they wanted me to start. They called me last Monday. And they was like, well, when do you want to start? I said, man, knowing I had court on Tuesday, I was like, man, I can come start on Wednesday. And so the dude was like, how about you just come start on Thursday? All right, whatever. Went on Thursday. That first day, I didn't really have nothing to do. Sat with Antoine for about half an hour. Showed me the office, which I already got showed when I came up there my first time for my interview and stuff. And then they tried to send me to HR to fill out the paperwork, but I had already filled out all the paperwork. The 3 main things I did not return back from the onboarding paperwork was the main things to confirm my identity. So I didn't give him my social, I didn't give him my driver's license, and I didn't give him my vax card and birth certificate or whatever. It just felt iffy. So Friday morning come, Antoine like, I'm gonna give you this van, I'm gonna give you my van, it's the biggest van, this and that. Da-da-da-da. This is what you're gonna be doing. I said, all right, that's cool. But when Friday morning, he said, all right, go prep the van, make sure you got everything you need. And I said, all right. Go outside, prep the van, this and that. Antoine come. He said, hey, these 2 people gonna use the van instead, so I need you to swap vans with them. I was like, all right, that's fine. And then I walked back inside. Antoine come back in there. He said, hey, matter of fact, I'm not even gonna have you do that job. He's like, I'm gonna have you go with these 2 people and help them for the day. I said, all right, that's fine. And then 5 minutes later, he come back. He said, oh, well, you're not gonna go with those 2 dudes. I'm gonna have you go with this one dude. and help him for the day. I said, all right, that's fine. And then 15 minutes later, after the dude he said I was gonna go with load up and take off, he said, hey man, I'm gonna have you go with this person instead. I said, all right, that's cool. Half an hour later, he said, hey man, actually, you gonna go with this guy. I said, perfect, that's fine. Go out, do our job, come back, end of the day. And then Monday come, I come back on Monday, and he like, all right, look at your schedule. This is a guy on the schedule. How good are you with, you know, access control, like having to do card readers and this and that? I said, man, I can get it done. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wires, I don't need no instruction on wires. I know how to get wires to location no matter where you need them to go, really. As far as wiring, card readers, all that, I have knowledge base of it. I don't know what brand that you're gonna have me install, but as long as it got a manual or as long as it got a box and I can look up the brand or whatever, I can find a wiring diagram. He said, all right, sweet. You know, take my van. Try to get me his big van again. I said, that's cool. 10 minutes later, he come back. He said, hey, matter of fact, don't worry about it. Give me the keys back. You're gonna go with these two guys and help them do speakers over here. I said, all right, whatever, that's fine. I said, which one am I riding with? He said, you ride with this person, cool. I look out the door 5 minutes later, that nigga take off. I'm like, well, hey bro, he just left. He's like, all right, well, I'm gonna let you take this Sprinter, which was like a newer Sprinter. That whole looked like it had to be like a 2018, 19. It was small though, it was real small, but I was like, all right, that's fine. And then, which Friday I wore red. Ended up riding with somebody wearing green. That was before the Super Bowl. That's how I already knew that's how I already knew the motherfucking Chiefs was about to win the Super Bowl. And that's why I said this shit on Facebook. As soon as they won, I said, I just made somebody $500,000 richer. And that's if they listen. But anyways, Monday come, I'm wearing white. Got shuffled around again in the morning. And he gave me the newer looking, nice looking Sprinter. I was like, that's cool. And right before I took off, he came. He said, hey man, this person's gonna use this car. I'm gonna put you in that other Sprinter. I was like, all right, bro, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Up to this point, it's been nothing but inconveniences for me trying to work with this company. You know what I'm saying? But at every point, every turn, I'm like, okay, that's fine. Okay, I understand. Okay, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? And so I went out Friday, finished some speakers with some dudes. We get there, and what we sent there to do was like, oh, we can't do nothing in here because all this material's in this room. So play some calls, had change of plans. We changed the plans. We started working. We get work done. So at every turn, like the lead, he turned to me as soon as I show up. Because the other two people got there before I did. They left me, literally. They took off without me. So by the time I get there, dude walking me through the site, he explaining, he like, hey man, I'm just, he's like, I know that you here to be a lead and this and that. He said, I'm just giving you a rundown. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I was like, man, I ain't tripping on it no kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So we started working. He looking confused. I'm like, hey, I'm like, hey, why don't you do this and that and this and that? We got 2 home runs for that. It's supposed to be split. It really don't matter if they change the plans for the construction, we still gonna run the audios on the same way. So let's just do this, move that over here. We ain't gotta run new wire. All right, cool. And we go change plans, work in another room. They're like, oh, we gotta move these. The speaker's not going here on the tile. They going under the ceiling, this and that. He's sitting there acting confused, like, I don't know, man. And that's why, like, I get there's chain command and shit like that, but for me, a lot of shit is just pretty much common sense, right? So it's like, it was like a little lip like this. There was a little lip like this thick, and then there's an underwall that was like probably about 3 feet wide. He was like, man, I don't know if we're gonna put the speakers on this lip or if we're gonna put them underneath. I said, bro, they go underneath, in between each of the lights. Just look at it aesthetically. That's where they're gonna go. I said, I don't know, man. Let me call Joe. Make sure that that's what it's gonna be. I said, all right, that's fine. Call Joe, waste of time. Call Joe, this and that. Like, you didn't really have to call him and ask him. Tell him this is what it's gonna be. This is what it's gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no reason for 8 people to put their heads together and say, hey, that thing's only 2 inches thick. Our speakers are fucking 1.5 feet wide. Of course they're gonna go underneath our lights. So whatever. We get done working that day. Tuesday morning come. Antoine like, I get there, I already have some stuff on my schedule, so I start going through the process that I was showed on the first day. So I show up, there'll be like a bunch of materials left in the hallway and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I started looking through all the stuff, checking all the papers that's assigned with all the materials. I don't see my client's name on none of them. So I spent like 15-20 minutes looking for that. Then Antoine come around the corner. He's like, hey, have you talked to Joe? I said, no, I haven't talked to Joe. He's like, well, it's 7:30. What are you doing? What are you doing if you ain't talked to Joe yet? And I'm like, I don't have to talk to Joe because I already see what's on my schedule. So I'm doing what you told me to do, which is come over here, find my equipment, load it up, and go on about my business. Oh, no, you got to talk to Joe every day, every morning when you come in. You didn't tell me that, Antoine, when I started last week on Friday. You didn't say nothing like that. You didn't say that on Thursday. You didn't say that on Friday. You didn't say that yesterday on Monday. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, that's just what you got to do. I said, all right. So I go talk to Joe. Joe give me like print off and talk to me for a little bit. This one needs to be done. Well, Antoine gonna go with you today. I said, oh, he gonna go with me? Yeah, Antoine gonna go with you. I said, I thought Antoine run over residential. Why he going commercial with me? Well, you need a helper. All right, whatever, man. I'm not tripping on that. And so every time, and then after that, like every time I go talk to Joe, he'd say, go talk to Antoine. Every time I go talk to Antoine, he said, go talk to Joe. So whatever, like I kind of gave up on that and sat my ass down for a little bit. And they what are you doing? I said, well, I'm waiting on y'all to get this together. You know what I'm saying? Joe told me I'm just gonna go run wire, and you telling me that I need to wait for them for them to pull all this equipment and whatever. I was like, so y'all need to figure that out. And so they start figuring it out. And finally they got a lot of equipment pulled out, sat in the hallway with the product sheet. So I'm looking at it. Or actually I'm sitting outside. I'm sitting outside by the van. I'm just waiting. Cause if Antoine go with me, I'm like, all right, while I'm waiting, he gonna open the garage door and be like, all right, let's load this stuff up, da da da. So Antoine Joe poke his head out. He like, what are you doing? I said, I'm waiting on Antoine. You know what I'm saying? He said, y'all gonna be pulling the product and then like all the little consumables and tools and stuff that I need. He told me to send him a list, email him a list of what I need. I said, I emailed it to him. I'm just waiting to hear back from him. He was like, oh, well, all the stuff in the hallway. I said, ain't nobody tell me that. So I walk in the hallway, and then Antoine, like, he's standing there. He's like, oh, well, you got to go through the product sheet, sign off for everything that's here, this and that. At this point, I'm beyond frustrated. You know what I'm saying? everybody else and already got their stuff. They done left. They know exactly where they're going. They know exactly what car they touching. They leave and they left. Antoine was like, "Well, do you have this in the van?" I said, "I don't even know what van I'm taking." He was like, "I thought I told." He was like, "I thought I told you that you're gonna take the big one. You know, my old van." I was like, "Yeah, but you didn't tell me that every day, and every day you didn't assign me to another van. So I wasn't about to just take an initiative and go do that just for you to be able to tell me I'm wrong." And so he's like, "All right, well, that's the van you taking. Make sure you got this, this, and that." I said, "Well, I already sent you a list, like you told me. I sent you a list of everything that I know I'll need, regardless of what's in the van or not." And he was like, "Okay, well, there's a product sheet." He was like, "You got to go through and check off all these and make sure that, you know, it is that everything's here correct." And I was like, "All right." And so like I had a little attitude, everything on the cart, everything's on the cart, right? So when he talking to me, he's saying stuff like that, like he getting a little attitude, like I could tell his attitude changed, because it ain't even an attitude change. His attitude ain't changed, but the way that he interacted with me versus the way that he interacted with other people, I see the difference, right? I don't really care about it because it's business, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you want to be on some personal shit, it's business for me. So he talking, and I'm like, "All right, bro, I'll take the inventory." And I started throwing things around on the cart, separating them. And he was like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Bro, I'm fine." And he was like, "Well, why?" He was like, why you throw it like that? Why you throw stuff like that?" I said, what does it matter, bro? I'm about to take the inventory on this stuff." And he was like, "What's wrong with you? Are you okay?" I was like, "Bro, to be honest, completely honest with you, bro, I'm frustrated. Nothing's been smooth. Everything's been inconvenient since I stepped in this building, bro." "Oh, well, this kind of world, construction Navy world, and you know things change all the time and this and that." I said, "Bro, I don't want to hear, I understand what you're saying, but I don't want to hear none of that, because you ain't have to have this talk with nobody else, bro. Everybody else, every day that I've been here, they come in, they go through the procedure that you told me was supposed to happen, and they don't have no problems. But it seemed like when it come to me, I always got a problem, bro. It's nine going on 9:30, and I'm still here, and I don't even know what vehicle I'm taking. Y'all just not giving me my materials and this and that. So why would I sit here and be okay with that? Because I ain't had a smooth day yet." He was like, "Well, maybe this ain't the job for you. Maybe this ain't the..." I said, "Maybe it's not, Antoine. Maybe I need to go find something different." And so we started talking, and he started talking out, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, whatever. All right, whatever, man. All right, yes, cool." And so me and Antoine would go out, start, we go out to the job site, and we work. And so, like, the whole time, I ain't even gonna front. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Antoine was doing all the work. This nigga wouldn't even give me a chance to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, he look at the diagram, he like, "Do you understand it?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro." He was like, "You understand the blueprints?" I said, "Those aren't blueprints. That's just a wiring diagram. Blueprints are blueprints show you where all the wires from your IT closet or wherever is gonna be located, and blueprints also tell you where the field devices are gonna be located. This don't have nothing about no field devices nowhere." Even when we get there, he like, "Well, where do the speakers go?" I was like, "Well, it check the blueprint. If we had a blueprint, we wouldn't have to ask these questions. We don't have a blueprint." Whatever, bro. So we start running wire and this and that. And he just, I mean, he know his stuff. Like, he moving fast, he gets shit done. I ain't had no problem with it. So today, we had to go back and like mount TVs and stuff. And so we get there, and he kind of do the same thing that he been doing, which is like showing, like, I guess trying to outwork or whatever, do whatever. But hey, bro, I'm not about to compete with you. Like, hey, if you want to do all the work, I'm gonna sit back and let you do all the work and treat me like I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so finally it came down to the point where he's like, "All right, well," oh, like, he took measurements of everything, and I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." I'm prepping the TV. I prepped the TV, and so Like, I had to go use the bathroom. So I went to go use the bathroom and I text him. I'm like, hey man, I'm in the bathroom. And he texts me like 2 minutes later. And he like, hey, the GC looking for you. Where you at? So I just emphasized what I already sent him. I fucking sent him a thumbs up. I'm in the bathroom. I already text him that. I'm not about to. So I come out the bathroom. And he like, hey, the GC don't even worry about it. Go ahead, put the bracket up. If the wall's not reinforced where we put our lag bolts through, then they'll add in backing. I was like, all right, cool. What's the elevations? He was like, the TV's supposed to be centered at 66. I'm like, all right, so what's the height? And he like, I already told you it's at 66. I said, no, 66 is the center of the wall, right? He was like, yeah. Okay, so you explain to me the center for the link. Now, what height do you want elevation wise for the bottom of this TV to be at? He was like, 66. He was like, the TV is centered at 66. And like the way that he was talking, I really didn't appreciate this shit. So I just looked at him. I was like, bro, I understand the center of this TV is gonna go at 66 on this wall. Now, what elevation and how high is the TV supposed to be? And he whipped out his tape measure. He measured the side of the TV. He was like, the height of this TV is 43 inches. So by that, I can already tell you what the height is supposed to be. Okay, so what is the height gonna be? He was like, the TV's centered at 66. I was like, bro, it's not an elevation. I need an elevation for the height. And if you can tell me what it's gonna be, then tell me how high the TV needs to be. And he was just like, I thought you told me that you put down I thought you put down a 5 on the sheet when it came to TV mounting. I was like, yeah, bro, I can mount a TV all day. But if I don't mount it at the right height, you just gonna tell me that I did it wrong and tell me and be like, why you put a 5 down, da 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 da. And so he started mouthing off. I was like, bro, you know what? I'm good. I'm done, bro. You know what I'm saying? I email Scott. I started throwing all my shit back in my tool bag. Like, bro, I'm good. I'm good on it, bro. And he was like, you wanna talk to? He was like, I'll call Scott right now. I was like, you can call Scott. That's fine. Tell him I'm at the van. I'm waiting for you to finish whatever you got to do, and then we can go back to the office. And I'm gone. And so when I get back to the office, Scott called me. He like, you here? Bro, you know I'm here because you sitting there watching the cameras. You know what I'm saying? You watching the cameras, and on top of that, I'm pretty sure you and Antoine already spoke about what happened. So I'm pretty sure that you tracking my location via this T-Sheets app. So you know I'm out here. Give me a couple minutes, I'll come in and talk to you. Go in, he's like, what's going on? I said, bro, I can't work with that dude. I don't understand why I gotta be okay with being inconvenienced. I don't see nobody else being inconvenienced. Every morning I come in here, it's always some bull stuff to where I feel like ain't no point in me taking the initiative, because why would I take the initiative to do something that I was told that's supposed to be a part of the regular procedure? When I do that, I get backed up and told, oh no, you did that wrong. Oh no, you're doing this wrong. Oh no, you're not going there. Oh no, you're not riding with this person. Oh no, you're not taking that van. So I'm gonna just sit down until y'all can figure out and tell me precisely what needs to be done. And he was like, all right, well, what happened at site? And I was like, I'll tell you exactly what happened at site. The same person who been inconveniencing me, making sure that I don't have a pure found of confidence of what's going on, even though I already know. Y'all sent me out to work with him, and he just making it a living hell for me. I was like, bro, why is this so hard? And this is what I told him. I was like, he told me to put the mount up. He told me the TV is gonna be centered at 66 inches. I said, cool. I don't have no elevation. And so Scott was like, well, how do you not know that the center of the TV is gonna be centered at 60? I said, because that's not what he told me. He was like, well, what did he tell you? I said, he told me that the center of the TV is gonna be at 66 inches on the wall. which is lengthwise. I don't have a height elevation. And he's like, well, what do you mean? He told you it's centered at 66. And there was like a board sitting on his floor. I was like, you see that board? If you tell me the center of that board is going to be at 66 lengthwise on the wall, I can scoot it over there and make sure the board is centered. The center of the board is at 66 inches. But you're going to be unhappy with the height because I'm going to leave it on the ground. Then I'm going to be wrong. And so I was just like, at this point, you know what I mean? Like, because as I was leaving the site with Antoine, I was like, bro, don't worry about it. I'll call Scott. I'm going to find, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm done. I'll find something else to do. And Antoine was like, there's nothing else to do. I said, I'll find something else to do. He said, there's nothing else to do. Now, you not understand. I'll find something else to do with my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not understanding. So I went to the office with Scott. You know what I'm saying? I told him, I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's past time for me to find something else to do. And so he's like, well, I said, it's past time for me to find something else to do with my life. I'm not about to be a part of anything like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to purposely turn me to a greenie, and I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I can start my own business doing this shit on the side if I really wanted to. And I don't need nobody to sit there and tell me that something is wrong when I know ain't nothing wrong. And then on top of that, if your communication skills with me ain't where I need them to be, then yeah, bro, I'm okay. And he kind of looks and he goes, well, I can't really have people that are willing that'll leave the job site and this and that. Oh, hey man, thanks for the opportunity. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna try to fire me after I tell you that I'm done? After I tell you that I quit, you gonna try to fire? Whatever, man. However you want to put it down on paper, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, this shit don't matter to me, you know? And that was the main thing for me. Like, the main thing for me is just like, bro, I don't want to live in nobody's world. I have to work with nobody who not going, like, for me, if I feel like I can't trust you to do your job, bro, I'm not about to be. And if I know you know how to do things, I'm going to let you go and I'm going to let you do them. If you mess up, then I'm going to correct you. You see what I'm saying? But that's like me telling somebody, in my mind, it's like me saying, hey, bro, I need you to, I don't even care. I don't even care to make no fucking analogy for it. But at the end of the day, bro, I just have to walk away. And in all reality, bro, that whole little area of Carrollton, Addison, Farmers Branch, bro, I'm done with y'all. I'm done with you. Because I see what it is. Because ever since I met Antoine, the first day he's all black. Every day after that, he wearing blue. Every day after that, he wearing blue. Same with Joe. First day I meet Joe, he wearing blue. Next day, wearing red. Come back this week, blacked out. I'm like, bro. Now, does that mean anything? Yes, but no. You know what I'm saying? Like, but long story short, bro, I mean, between that, I just feel like, you know, and it's like I told Scott, like, nah, bro, I'm not a victim. I ain't in here trying to play victim with you or nothing like that. I'm just telling you the facts. I'm being treated unfairly, and I don't appreciate it. And then for Antoine to sit there and be like, you being ungrateful or you're not being open-minded, like, nah, I don't think anybody's gonna be open-minded to being fucked and being treated unfairly and just be okay with it. If that's part of being a man, I'll be a bitch all day. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, if part of being a man is being treated unfairly, being slighted, being put last, constantly being shuffled around, nigga, then who the fuck? Nigga, I'll be a bitch all day, and I'll tell y'all about y'all bitch ass self. Hey, bro, you being a motherfucking asshole for no reason. Hey, bro, you acting like a bitch for no reason. You know what I'm saying? If that makes me whatever resemble that I'm in my feminine energy, then that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. Cause uh, to me, it don't make sense. Like, I'm not, but most of all, most importantly, I'm not willing to sit here and be y'all fucking project, be y'all fucking. I didn't sign up to be in no social experiment, bro. I didn't sign up for that. I went through that shit with my last job, nigga, and I rose to the occasion every fucking time until I got sat down on a pistol charge. You see what I'm saying? Talk about mount TVs. You don't know how to mount TVs, nigga. I went through motherfucking 20 plus buildings last year, mounting every goddamn TV at Top Golf. What are you talking about? I don't know how to mount. Bro, get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. And it's like, you see your blueprints versus the blueprints that I'm used to. Nah, y'all need to step y'all game up over here is what it is. Because if you got to badger your clients and this and that for elevations, what's the height, what's width and this and that, then y'all need to step y'all game up. To me, I feel like I'm going backwards working with y'all. And y'all treating me like I'm the bottom of the barrel. But if that was the case, then why the fuck you bring me in here? Yeah, we really want you. Yeah. I mean, resume looks great. You got experience. We really want you and work with you. Why? So you can. This ain't the army, bitch. You're not about to tear me down and build me up. And that's where a lot of me being problematic comes from, because I'm able to spot that shit out. Bro, this not the army. You're not about to tear me down and make me feel a loss of self and make me feel like I don't know what's going on and this and that just to try to build me back up in your image, nigga. No. You're not a pastor. You're not a drill sergeant. You're not none of that. Why are you acting like that? You feel me? So, long story short, nigga walked out of that hoe, bro. Walked out of that hoe, you know. And the main reason why, I just feel like I took the job in the first place, nigga, because I felt the pressure. I got wrapped up within the last 30 to 35 days. I got wrapped up in the motherfucking justice system. I lost all my income coming in. I really don't be with the fast money out here like that. So, nigga, I gotta go get another JO. Riley back, got JO, only to find out that I signed up to be personal punching bag for the next man to be elevated when he don't really even need to be. If you give me everything that I need, I get this shit done. And then, like, to me, as a company, I'm like, shit, as a company, y'all done already fucked up, because y'all done sent me out driving 2-3 of y'all motherfucking vehicles already, and y'all don't even have my driver's license. Y'all done send me, y'all done hire me for employment. Y'all done hired me for employment, put me on payroll, all this, had me fill out W-9, W-4, all that shit. And y'all don't even know that I could completely be somebody else. Y'all don't even know that I am who I told y'all I am, because y'all ain't seen it on paper. Y'all don't have my social, no vax, no birth certificate, no nothing. So what's really going on? Hell, I didn't even do the pre-employment drug screening. But also, I feel like they was putting that pressure on me because at the end of the day, that shit's still going on. And when I told y'all motherfuckers out here lying to these courts about me and my inheritance and motherfucking throwing dirt on my name, trying to ruin my reputation. Oh, he's a thug that carries weapons and carries drugs and shit. But as soon as they was like, hey, you didn't take your drug test yet? No, I haven't. Sign me up right now. I'll leave site right now and go take it. Nigga, because I know my system clean. I know who I am. I know I don't be with the shit. So there's like on Friday, no. On Monday they pulled the shit with the drug test. I was like, cool, I'll go take it. Instantly, as soon as I finished my shift, nigga, I went to go take that hoe. Jessica at the motherfucking Care Now, she tried to take my license and make that hoe disappear. Which that's another symbol. You know what I'm saying? It was another thing of symbolism with that. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Cause after I pissed and did all that, before I had to sign the little capsule or a little like jar or whatever, the doctor on the computer, he was like, you got your ID? I was like, nah, I never got it back from the front. He said, that's strange. They always give it back. I said, it's not there. I empty out all my pockets. He's like, no, you sure you don't have it? They always give it back. I was like, bro, you didn't see me go through all my pockets. I'm telling you, she never gave it back to me. He went up there, came back. He said, oh, she don't have it. I said, no, she got it. You need to go get my ID because I didn't get it back. I haven't left since I came in. You know what I'm saying? I already know that's a rule when you go take a drug screen. And once you in that bitch, you can't leave until you give up your sample. So I ain't leaving and lose it. That hoe was in here somewhere. He went back up, found it, came back. He said, aren't you glad that I found it and she still got it? No, I'm not. I'm not glad. I already knew. That ain't an act of God to me. Nigga, I'm not immature. I'm not a babe in Christ. I no more. Like, that shit not an act of God to me, nigga, when I have logic that I can use. Logically, she was the last person with my shit. Go get my shit from her. She got it up there. Drug screen on Monday. Then Tuesday come. They say, I guess they see the album down the real deal. They're like, oh, this nigga gonna stick around. He really gonna do this shit. Lady from HR emailed me, hey, I didn't get your social security and your driver's license and your Vax card. I said, cool. Now, me, I keep my shit on me at all times. Where the hell go? Where I put that shit? I keep my shit on me at all times, you feel me? I got my records on me no matter where I go at all times. Social Security office. Damn, that hold my Social Security card. Birth certificate office with the letter stating where it came from. I keep that shit on me at all times. Vax card in here. You know what I'm saying? All my other licenses and certificates that I done got through the state of Texas, them hoes on me at all times. But I straight up sat there and lied to that woman. I did. I sure did. Cause my spirit uneasy, and I don't even know if I want to continue with y'all. Cause the way that y'all moving, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I want to continue with y'all the way that y'all moving and trying to treat me. So, you know, yesterday when I came back, she's like, oh, do you have the documents I need? I said, ma'am, I tell you what, I got my driver's license, but the rest I had to bring to you in the morning. She said, oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. Morning come. I ain't say a fucking word about it. I ain't even go her direction. I ain't none. Let me see how this day gonna turn out. Then we go back to the job site, me and Antoine. You know what I'm saying? Work for a little bit, get into it. I'm done. And the way I see it, bro, you're not just gonna treat me some kind of way because I was very transparent with these people about my situation. So you're not about to just treat me no kind of way and think that I'm gonna stay here just because I need to have that shit. Like, nah, in the back of my mind, for one, I've already been approved for unemployment from my last spot. So, yeah, I like to work because I'm a workaholic, nigga, but it's about past time that I sit my ass down. Let me sit my ass down and draw this unemployment for a little bit, bro. Why not? And that's why I was fighting. I was fighting against that because I love to work, nigga. I love to work. It's just what I love to do. But people that's blocking shit and trying to make my shit just so pressured to the point where I fucking just walk away. Y'all won this time. But it wasn't even a fact of y'all didn't win because y'all goal got achieved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling y'all won because I know what y'all goal was. But to me, I also won, nigga, because I know my fucking worth. And I'm not staying in no bullshit like that. I can't, bro. I can't continue to degrade myself just by saying, just because of my facts. It's like, all right, well, I need this, so I don't care. I don't care if a motherfucker abusing me. I still need to be here. I don't care if a motherfucker gonna treat me unfairly. I still need to be here. Like, nah, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool on that. I move around, go somewhere and do something different. You know, and I really could care less. I really could care less about who feels what about it. And it wasn't an impulsive, emotional thing. No, this is all right. Within my first week, I ain't had a smooth day yet. I look around, everybody else having smooth days. Everybody else, whatever they're being told that they're assigned to or whatever, and this and that, they don't have to double back and change shit. You know what I'm saying? All the changes is I feel like I'm standing here serving karma for everybody else and they getting by and I'm just being the scapegoat. Like, nah, nigga, find yourself another scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Find yourself another scapegoat. I'm good on that. But it's just a slight little update because, you know what I'm saying? T Lee back home. T Lee back home. And for those who don't know, you know what I mean? Like, when you catch me, bro, I'm gonna have a red, white, and a blue. It ain't for America, nigga. It's newbie. Stay groovy.